Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Last Letter from Your Lover. And this is from director Augustine Frizzell, who previously has worked on Euphoria and also a film, Never Going Back, which I'm actually a pretty big fan of. I have it right over here. And this film focuses on two interwoven love stories that are going on. One takes place in, 1965 with a woman played by Shailene Woodley who's in a loveless marriage to Joe Alwyn's character, and she has the hots for somebody else. And she starts developing this relationship played by the characters played by Callum Turner, who's been in quite a few things. I definitely recognize him from Green Room and some other films, Emma, and they have this forbidden love story. It is a forbidden love story. It's a period piece forbidden love story. And then you have, in this present time, this woman who's auditing these artifacts, and she finds these letters that connects her back to this earlier love story and this character is played by Felicity Jones, who's as charming as hell as always, and she starts having some feelings for the guy that's at the place where she's doing all the checking in on, and they start budding and having a relationship. And she's somebody who's, busy with her work, not really good at commitment, but is he going to change her? Is she going to change for him and really settle down and be in a relationship and be reliable? So basically you have two extremely cliched love stories all rolled into one. And this is, I feel like, the definition of an easy, digestible, but not very memorable Netflix streaming experience. It's one of those kinds of things where it's I didn't dislike the film. I didn't like the film. It's just kind of, there it is, and it's on Netflix, and you could stream it for almost 2 hours, and that the runtime got to me. But I think some of the big things that work, there's definitely some personality and class, and with the music and everything, and what Frizzell's able to do in terms of setting a tone, it has a specific tone, trying to set up this schmaltzy kind of love stories. And it does definitely get melodramatic at times, and you're just oh my god, I know exactly where this is going, and they're oh, I'm so in love with you, and all those emotions rushing in, and pretty cheesy when you really take a step back and think about it. But if you're really into romance films and stuff like that, this is really going to check all your boxes. Hell, it's going to check them twice, because there's two of them. And you have what's going on in the past. The production design's great, and they really capture the music and the costumes and the sets and everything so well. The time period really works. Shailene Woodley's fine. She didn't really bring anything to this role that I felt this really stood out to me. I feel like her highlight for me in her career is the work she did in The Descendants with George Clooney, and this doesn't feel like she's bringing anything particularly interesting. Callum Turner's just being dashing British man. Felicity Jones, like I mentioned, brings a lot of charm wherever she goes, so at least she's fun and memorable, and you enjoy that character. But I never felt fully, deeply invested in caring in either of these love stories. They're pretty paint by the numbers, and in the end, it's if you enjoy romance, you're going to enjoy this film. If it's not really your drama, this doesn't do anything dynamic or unique that's really going to hook you and bring you in. This is really leaning into those cliches, those tropes that fans of this genre love and love this genre for. So it's really lying comfortably inside that place where it's just I'm very comfortable here, and, I like these things in my romance. Well, here you go. It's not really going to surprise you, and of course it has a very, happy, very romantic, very movie picturesque kind of ending to it. And, there you go. If you love romance, I think you'll have some fun with this. If you don't, I wouldn't bother streaming this on Netflix. But those are my thoughts on The Last Letter from Your Lover. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.